Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor. Here with my father,
Kevin.
It's a beautiful Kevin.
I sang it.
Sang it. It was very nice. Today, we're covering an artist that I've been a fan of for years, over 10 years now, I think about it, and I've never introduced you to this artist. This is something new, kind of, on the channel, where you've kind of really tapped into every artist that I've, grown up on.
Yeah.
Mac Miller and
Tyler
and
your father, Cuddy.
Kid Cudi, yes.
Yeah.
Vince Staples. We've never really dove into a Vince Staples project. I don't even think you know much other than his verse up on Faces there on the Mac Miller project. I'll tell you a little bit about my discovery of Vince Staples.
Okay.
It was 2014. A friend of mine who's been mentioned many times on this channel, Ayrton. He does the editing sometimes. He might edit this video. He always put me onto new music, and he was like, you got to check out this song called Blue Suede by Vince Staples. I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but I'll listen to it. I loved it. Came out with an album after that, so I went to go see him. This was in 2015.
Oh, sweet.
But it was a great show. And then I've kind of just casually followed Vince throughout his entire career. Vince has been one of the most solid, consistent rappers that I've got to experience from like the beginning to where he is now.
I just got to interject here for a second because I'm very surprised that it was the Vogue, because whenever you're talking about stories with you and Ayrton, it's usually
small.
Well, it's like there's a small concert beside a Smith right in an alley.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You have to go through the Smith right behind it.
I don't know, Ayrton, man, if you're watching this or editing this or both. I hope you're watching it if you are editing it. I don't know how you found some of these artists. I don't know. He was always putting me on to stuff. I guess I know Vince was close with Earl.
Mm-hmm.
I know Ayrton's a big Odd Future guy. He was into Odd Future. I mean, he's got pictures of him with Tyler and Earl. He's for some reason always...
He's on the pulse.
Yeah, like I always said, if you could like invest in artists, like stock wise, or if he was like a scout, like for labels, he'd be a billionaire. Like just
no, he's always got the knack of
always finding great artists. Track number 1, Close Your Eyes and Swing. We're just gonna let that play into track number 2, Black&Blue.
I want to close my eyes and swing just to get into it. Oh, wow. Those are...
I feel like I'm at grandma's house.
That's exactly. Wind chimes.
To man is to be like the nigga in the chain.
Tears fall from the sky. Minding the hooligans, I think I'm losing it. Hope you're along for the ride. Money, I'm getting it.
Oh, I love the production. Wow.
I look in the mirror, see something missing. I feel like it's you. So back in.
Wow. Oh man, the verb adds so much to this chorus.
Yeah. With those just steady drums going through and...
I just heard a Hammond in there too. I love what he's got going on, man. He's got a 1950s feel and like and 70s
mix,
and he's and brand new. Love it.
This chorus is phenomenal though, with the reverb and just the openness huge over top of those steady drums.
Whoa, hear the ending? How much verb was on that?
Yeah, that was a really cool way to open the record.
That was fantastic. I love the beginning though. I loved
the little chimes.
Yes, it was.
I know it sounded like we were at grandma's place. She's got the she used to have the
chimes, wind chimes,
in her backyard.
Yeah, that set the mood for that track. It put you in the place of like
a little bit meditative.
Meditative, because that track was very, very that's a great introduction for me to Vince Staples.
I think so too. Yeah,
that was really.
I've listened to every Vince Staples project, and I mean, they're all really solid, but I think that is a good starting point. Track number 3, Government Cheese.
I promise it's no love lost. But they had fake out house in the slums cost. If I gave it my all, probably fall short. But I know if I pray more, I can probably say more. Running through these bank notes, stressing as the waves roll by. Keep my fade low, I can't let the grades grow. Just don't forget to smile.
Is that sounds like that sounds like Blue Suede.
I'm just gonna say, is that the same sound?
It sounds like he's sampling it.
I got a call the other day from my partner on the 4-yard in Pelican Bay. Popped his pistol once and then people put them away. Hard to leave niggas hanging when you the money tree. Something about the gutter that make us hate each other. Had to bury my older brother and humble me. And don't forget to smile.
That was a pretty dark verse.
Don't
Yes,
forget to
yeah.
smile, no one can weigh you down. Not now, then when, not this.
At least from what I caught.
It's a dark
lyrically.
track.
Yeah,
You can-
that second verse hit pretty hard, talking about
His brother.
his person in prison. That must be a Blue Suede sample. That's cool. I feel like that. I'm just gonna guess that is because it sounds almost identical.
That's the same sound, right? We were talking about in the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the song we tested with. That's the first song I was put onto by my friend. So that's kind of cool. It's like a full circle moment.
Yeah, that's-
even if it isn't a sample, it sounds close enough. Where
Yeah,
I'm like, that's cool.
it's the same type of sound, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Right.
I was a dark track lyrically.
Dark track lyrically in it, but his I love the musicality of what he's doing. He hits the reverb on certain ones to emphasize that, right? But his just a palette of paint that he's using to do his backgrounds.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like it's how do I explain it? It's like I'm getting this like a live band, like an Amy Winehouse's band live sound. You know
with
what I mean?
him rapping over top.
With him
of
rapping
it.
over top, yeah.
That's
Which
kinda, I get that feel.
yeah,
too.
yeah. It's especially on the first track. It was like, wow. It was like really, really cool.
Track number 4, Children's Song.
Man, wow, great stuff.
Prison fire to the pen, free my Apex twin. In the street light, I ain't really tryna scrape that rent. Don't play with my crib and go play with your kids, bitch. Don't play with my crib and go play with your kids. Don't play with my.
You know, all these songs so far, with the exception of the intro, are very structured.
Yes, yeah.
Verse, chorus, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't be calling my phone up that 8, I'm at home. Don't be calling my phone up that 8, I'm in bed, bitch. And if I'm with a bitch, it's not none of your business. It's not what the devil intended. It's money outside.
Wow, that was great.
Make a ticket. Up all night with the smokers and crickets. I've been broke on my life, had to flip it. All these grown niggas living off women. Don't play with my
I
crib
love
and
this
go play with your
instrumental.
kids,
I know.
Don't play with my crib and go play with your. Don't play with my. Go play with your.
When it goes, that piece. Yeah, stop now that I'm going to say it. But it screams of hot summer in the middle of a city,
Yeah.
right? The smell of exhaust and heat.
We're transitioning into the next song, so I'll pause it there.
That was fire track with the instrumentals.
The
which-
drums were great. I
Yeah.
feel like every song has just had solid drums, but
Yeah.
I really love the guitar work on there. I don't know if that was a sample or if
Blah,
that
blah,
was
blah.
somebody
Yeah.
playing it, and then Vince working with that. But it really does have that live off the floor kind of feeling, but
This-
very laid back.
very laid back.
Track number 5, Shame on the Devil.
Oh,
See these drums?
See
Just,
that?
I long for loving and affection. These hoes ain't what I need direction. Where you pick the one that's gonna get us some fair time.
oh, you hear that?
yeah.
Falling with dead knives. Shame on the devil untouched by an angel alone, made me special.
mission complete. Out of the mud, label the leader, they following cuz. Light on my feet, floating above. I don't be creeping and keeping in touch. I know some hoes that'll pull up to give me some pussy before they come give me a hug. Life is a bitch, hit it and quit. Deal with the karma, the sutra. Focus on commas like future.
Look up some balls like
Like
future.
I'm glad you caught that reference.
Touched by angels. I've prayed for days like this.
There is something about his musical style on this album here. It really gets me going.
I've prayed for days like this.
How soft it is there, eh?
Yeah. You know, I could hear on this. I know we just listened to him the other day. It's Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Totally hear him doing some harmonies.
Yeah.
Keep praying. In Jesus' name. Keep praying. Amen.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that song, from a production standpoint, was just masterfully produced.
Wow, the kick. You know what's crazy? Producing Vince. I don't know who does it, but they're the way that they're spinning the reverb on to like say 20 on the scale on certain things.
Yeah.
Here it was one snare goes whoom and then shuts it off. Like
Yeah.
open the gate, shut it off. They did it on vocals. Open the gate, shut it off. Really, really cool, man.
Track number 6, my French, c'est pas très bien. I don't know how you say it. Étouffée?
Étouffée.
Étouffée.
That's how I be happy. This for all my niggas trapping out of band. For my ladies on stage, ass clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since.
Oh, is that what they
Tell
said?
me how you really feel.
Is that? I didn't catch that.
Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Dropped big fish,
For them crackers coming
cause been weak since.
What are you about?
I forgot to mention he's really good at making catchy hooks.
I was just gonna say this is look at. Love it.
Yeah. Even this is still laid back and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's great about this? He could easily replicate this with like four people.
Yeah.
5, right? Live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great hooky chorus.
Yeah.
Riding with the stick like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt.
Riding with the stick like witchcraft.
Yeah.
I like that bar.
Finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt.
And then the catchy ass chorus again.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. I love these surprises like this, man. Oh, there's that 808.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back.
That's the longest track on the album. It didn't even feel that long.
How long was it? 4?
4:28.
Wow, 4:28.
Yeah, no, that was a really good track.
Really good track.
I loved the chorus was probably the highlight for me.
Easy.
Everything was great. The bars, he had some really clever bars. I'm excited to go back and read them on my own. But the ones I did catch, I thought were great, and the chorus was just so catchy.
Label trying to give me feedback, told me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Dropped big fish because been weak since. So I'll hit this here. This is the main reason the verse was written is a pushy request from the fans to bring old Vince back, and the label doubling down on that as well. The next verse is after this mentioned the reaction when Big Fish dropped an even more experimental than before, and still has old Vince inside. People had some mixed receptions on this. So
I think definitely Big Fish and FM were the ones that had the most, I'd say, mixed opinions. But once he got to his self-titled and then his record from before this one 2 years ago, really good, received really well, at least by the people I've talked to. So I don't know, maybe there's people out there that think differently. Track 7, Liars. We're going to let that play into track 8, Justin.
was that the tail
I
end
love
of
you.
it?
I can't lie to you. Of course you can lie to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. But Billie Holiday said, hush now, don't explain. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
You must. You must. Because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me.
Met this pretty woman in the summer from Qatar. Late night at Jelena, she was eating at the bar. Deeper conversations under surface level thoughts. Asked if she can get a ride to her spot. I said, I got you. He invited me up for a drink. I don't indulge, but the moments with her made me feel, so what's the rush? Right before this woman stole my heart, I see a shadow by the door and hear a nod. She like, hold up, I'm coming. If it get tricky, then I'm busting. She said, baby, meet my little cousin Justin. Damn. Women lie, lie. Put that on the dead homie.
That reminds me of like a little bit like Neighborhood with Tizo, like in terms of the storytelling.
Yeah.
A little bit, you know?
Yeah. Wow, I like that, and I wish it told the story a lot longer than
2 minutes.
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I love that type of storytelling, like very laid back and going into detail about everything.
Super descriptive.
Like who she was, what she could have been a star, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, going to their place.
He doesn't drink.
Doesn't drink.
Yeah,
all this kind of stuff going
Yeah.
into detail. That was a great song. I
Yeah.
just wish it was
Longer, yeah.
Usually I don't complain with you. Like you say it a lot.
I complain a
You
lot.
always say, oh, I wish it was longer. The song was longer. But because this is a story-based song, I felt like I would have loved it to be like, another have another verse. But I think it's fine how it is. I think if that's all Vince had to say in this story, I think that's great. Track number 9, Radio.
I miss the radio. Big boy in the morning, zoned in, waiting for my favorite song. I know my real ones from the ghetto relate. I know they finna play some Melly today. My favorite rapper till I hit 7th grade, and Aaron played below the heavens, and everything changed. A better day was just a stone's throw away. I turned up my hustle, I turned up my section, I turned up my bitch. Hey, Mr. DJ, can I make a request? The woman that I love won't respond to my text. I broke her heart, I'm trying hard as hell to clean up the mess. She don't ever listen to rap. I asked her why, she said, no man should speak to women like that. Wasn't really trying to hear it till she kicked me to the curb. Now it's Smokey Robinson, and after that I play Roberta Flack. Had a James and Amy waiting for the day she take me back.
That's a great song.
Wonder about who loving you.
He made me realize I missed the radio.
I kind of miss the radio too.
Like when it was just the radio, when I'd have to phone in and I wanted to send some kind of song to some girl, and I had to wait, and then you finally get through, and it's like, hello, and then I'm like, hey, can I send this out to? Can I send out Air Supply, right? To whoever, and then you wait for it to come on, and you knew that everybody in the city was listening at your age was listening to, like, I think it was C-Fun. You knew that person that you were sending it out to is probably going to be, because everybody had the portables too,
Yeah,
so if they're
yeah.
at the beach they probably heard it.
Yeah.
So that was a cool track.
Really cool song.
Really cool song. Very, very cool song, man. Laid back.
Track 10, Nothing Matters.
The band plays on like it's supposed to follow suit because it ain't nothing new. Beneath the solar systems of oppression got me a loop. The wave controllers
A little bit of a tempo, like up tempo.
Yeah.
Didn't know I was about that life till his was over. You worry about the wrong things. Why would you play the long game? It's not.
It's weird. It's crazy. The song's called Nothing Matters, and then the lyric he says, "The way of control is puppet master." Damn.
So it must be a
Master
little
of puppets.
A little bit of a reference.
Yeah, something.
You made a promise, said you never do me wrong. Guess that doesn't matter. Nothing really matters at all. But baby,
there's the beep.
me, I'm a joint. Still my heart is hollow, I don't mean to disappoint. Cause every moment that we share felt like a Polaroid. Sometimes you gotta shake it up to see what's really there. Is it in the air?
I really feel like Vince Staples instead of just spitting bars, he's actually spitting poetry.
Yeah.
Like he's not rhyming every time. It's
No. It's almost like he wrote it first and then just found a beat and said, if it works, it works.
right. Other than verse.
Nothing really matters at all.
Why would you tell me that you love me when you don't? No
Who's
time for
this?
arguing, I'm hanging up the
Maddie
phone.
Davis.
Nothing really matters at all. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters at all.
Oh,
That was nice. Those drums on they were panned a little bit, like more to the right.
yeah. I'd say 60 to the right,
And then
right?
his vocals were a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. And then, did you hear that one part where one of the snares, hit and then it just went all
the way around. Yeah. Somebody's got real good use of reverb on
And
this
just
album.
mixing on this record.
Yeah, that was really cool. She's got a beautiful voice, by the way. Wow.
Yeah, she's not listed as a feature, but
It just says
I'm
outro
glad.
by Maddie Davis, but
Shout out Maddie Davis. Yeah, you're not on the features here, but you're on Genius there.
Nothing Matters by Vince Staples is a standout track from his latest album, Dark Times. The song delves deep into the themes of existential despair and personal turmoil, showcases Staples' ability to blend poignant lyricism with innovative production. Wow, I should just read this because that's exactly like
how you felt.
Yeah, I totally felt that. Like it was like he was spitting poetry with a beat underneath.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
right? It was like,
No, I got that too.
yeah, like usually you'll hear like a rhyme, right? Cheese to please and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But his wasn't. It was like he was reading a book of poetry.
Basically,
it was
yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
Track 11, Little Homies. This already feels like a little bit up-tempo.
Yeah.
Chase checks, little homie.
Oh,
Get the money,
yeah.
bring the power and respect, little homie. Get some dollars to your mama and invest, little homie. Do you? Don't worry about the rest, little homie. Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder. Life hard, but I go harder.
Love that.
Streets cold with the road
Yeah.
concrete where the rose blossom. Life hard, but I go harder. Hey, don't crash out. If you woke up, better don't come around me. Streets so played out, spread love, spread peace. If the police pull up, run, don't freak. No, they love to put a nigga in the ground 6 feet. Hey.
What a piece of advice song, eh?
Yeah.
Like so, like I love.
I love the tempo of this track. I feel like it fits good where we're at in
Yeah.
the album.
White man once said life is what you make it. Most niggas don't make shit. I lay on rent.
I'm fucking with this track.
Repeat after me. Say things get better. Everything gets better. Hey, keep your head up.
Yeah, real motivational track. I
Yes.
love it.
Feel the pressure. Stormy weather.
Especially considering so much of this record has been pretty dark.
Yeah.
Please don't look down.
I love it.
That was great.
All right, little homies.
No, that was wonderful. I love
Wow.
that track. It was the most up-tempo track we've had so far.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel out of place.
It didn't, even with the heavy synth presence.
Yes, yeah.
We were talking about
'Cause there's
lives.
been a little bit of synths throughout here.
Yeah.
It's not like that was the first synth.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got the first sneak on the blue suede.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It sounded like that. But
And a couple other parts too. So I think that was a really neat song. I like that one.
wow,
a lot.
Vince is okay. My first introduction to Vince, he is a hook master.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna say before we started that he's one of my favorite artists for creating hooks. Like he's just really good at getting catchy West Coast feeling hooks.
Lyrically, that was for me was one of the highlights on this album here. Right? Gives some talking to little homies, right? Saying give dollars to your mama, invest, little homie. Don't worry about the rest, little homie. Just be blessed. Like it was after, and then it was like
Just advice after advice.
yeah, but love that it's like life hard, but I go harder. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Life hard, but I go harder, and it's just like no matter what life throws at you, punch it in the face and keep going and
Yeah.
moving forward. You know?
Yeah,
that
it's-
was such a great thing. This is fantastic.
One of your favorites.
One of my favorites. Yeah.
Track 12, Freeman.
It feels good to be a free man with clenched hands. I used to pray to find a way to make a label advance, but nowadays 100 can't even get in my glance. I turned a set into a movie set for all of the kids to see who you can be if you believe you bigger than this. Don't be no crab in the bucket, be a crip at the wrist.
I love that first verse.
Yes.
Yesterday, this lady told me that she feel like we homies. Love the music, love the way I move and watching me closely. Seems I understand I'm just a grain of sand and life is a beach. Only heaven knows whichever way I blow in the breeze. I'll be a fool to think it's left up to me.
Wow. He's teaching, man.
Yeah,
Like
these last couple tracks.
He's really teaching.
I love that bass line.
That was super catchy, man.
As much as I love the lyrics on that track, and I thought it was one of the better tracks lyrically, the highlights still got to be that bass.
Oh, it's crazy, eh?
Yeah, infectious.
Yeah. And you know that snare was just so light that it gave the bass all this nice, beautiful area to move around and do its thing, right?
The bass could just freely live like a free man.
Like exactly,
in
right?
That track. Track 13, Why Won't the Sun Come Out?
I think creativity is the way that we connect to our spirit. I had this thought recently. Actually, I had like an experience. And my body was like the whole, like, world, I guess. My leg was a whirlpool and people were going down. And they were like dying, but like at the same time, in another part of my body, like, things were being born. I was everything. I was everything at once in my body. I was like this force, this energetic force moving forward. I came away from that vision like, oh, everything is exactly as it should be. They is me, and we are killing each other and being horrible and dark and beautiful and light at the same time.
Well, this is kind of like stuff that you've produced in the past.
To where we need
Like music-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Like, oh, you like doing this, right?
Yeah.
Like taking spoken word. And
Yeah,
putting it
I think
over.
it's, I did that with Sigmund Freud.
Yeah. Because the instrumental is beautiful.
Yeah.
Vince. This just feels like such a personal album from Vince.
Very, totally. I haven't heard his other ones, but it's very personal.
Oh, this is like the beginning.
Yeah. We just need the
Circle back.
wind chimes. I enjoyed that track. It was I don't know if it needed it, like, per se, in terms of she tripped me out a little bit, and she took what I had already had in my mind from the whole other 12 tracks of Vince, and then she took me in a really trippy direction, especially talking about the whole body, her body being like the earth, and then her legs and stuff like that. That took me to like
Too trippy for you?
it took me to a trippy place, yeah, because I don't know if that was her interpretation of.
She had just listened to the album.
Listened to the
She's
album.
explaining how
Yeah,
she
yeah.
took it. I thought that was a really solid record. I've been a Vince Staples fan for years, and I think that's some of his best work. He's always just consistent, just putting out good work, album after album, and constantly improving. But that was your first introduction to Vince Staples. How do you like the guy? How do you like his music?
I really like him, and I'm going to say that he is, like I said in one of the tracks, he's a poet. I think he's a poet first and foremost on a lot of these tracks for me, and then the music is just a nice compliment to him. I could probably hear him just speak those to me through a mic and just say a cappella and just say, hey, this is the way it is, right? But he's a hook master, man, in terms of like Little Homies, and the ones that had the real big choruses were just like stuck in your head as you're going through them, and it's really, really good at that without having to sing, which is like crazy, like doing elongating,
or just like small bits of singing, not like really opening.
Well, I mean, yeah,
his
opening
voice.
your throat, like
baby. Yeah, no,
like,
just keeping it pretty compact.
Yeah, yes.
No, that's one thing that I've said about Vince for a while. He's a hook master. One of my favorite artists that we haven't really covered on the channel, just because I don't know why. There's a lot that we've never covered on the channel that are my favorite artists. But I don't know why we haven't gone to them, just because we haven't.
Yeah.
Been doing other stuff, but I'm glad we finally got around to Vince.
It's a really, really good album, man. That's I'm going to be spinning that one upstairs.
I hope you guys had fun. I had a great time. Do you have fun?
I had lots of fun. I thought this was going to be another artist that just I look at and just go, wow, it just blows me away that we have.
And you had never heard of
I've
him?
never heard it. Another absolutely crazy, talented artist. Laid back, conscious rap. Love that. I love that he was schooling in a couple of the tracks there and really saying, it enlightens me when I'm having a hard day and I'm like, hey man, life is hard, but just be hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
basically, yeah.
I like that kind of stuff.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have a wonderful July, because it should be July when this is posted for YouTube at least. Enjoy summer. Get outside if you can.
Wear your skin protection though.
Yes. Condoms.
Yes.
Definitely wear condoms.
Wear a full wetsuit.
Yes.
Right. Ski mask. Condoms.
And
rubber gloves.
And some gloves. And then maybe some sunscreen if you're feeling like it. That's optional. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.
Much love.
Much love.